So as a person, I would probably consider myself an independent, passionate person who values honesty and loyalty. I try to be strong but kind, and brave but smart. Career-wise, I'm an associate professor of language and literature at Moberly Area Community College. I teach both here in Kirksville and down in Moberly on the main campus. I'm also the developmental English department coordinator, and in that role I've served on some state task force and boards of some state and regional organizations. I also score AP English language free response exams. My husband and I have lived here nearly a decade. We started our family here. Our daughter attends the primary school, and our son will hopefully start at the ECLC this coming fall. I've always had a passion for education. I'm a product of public education, as is my husband. I think education is a foundation piece for the success of a community. And I think we're really lucky to have a strong school district here in Kirksville. And so what I would hope to accomplish is basically just to do my part to serve the community, the teachers, and most importantly, of course, the students, to try to continue that excellence. And I think school boards are the strongest when they're made up of leaders from all areas of the community with their different perspectives and different viewpoints, so that when they are problem solving or an issue comes up, they have all those perspectives to draw from. And I think I would bring a different perspective. The budget. I mean, I feel like every year we hear of another budget cut that's going to happen in education. And every year that those happen, it gets harder and harder to absorb those without affecting students and student success. And I know Governor Greitens announced a cut to transportation, and I think it's actually already gone into effect. And he can say it's out of transportation, but a cut is a cut that has to be made up or absorbed in some way. And how do we continue to do that effectively and without impacting those things that we care about? You know, we want to attract and retain high caliber teachers, and we want to provide them with great professional development. We want our students to attend in up-to-date and safe facilities. We want an array of extracurriculars for them to pick from. We want to have the newest and best and most updated technology. And how do we continue to do all of those things with a smaller and smaller budget? And so I think we're really going to need a strong school board with strong leaders who are good, creative problem solvers and critical thinkers to continue to do that. That's a serious issue and a concern for many. I know there are a couple of cases in the court system that we'll have to keep a watch on. Also, if there's any state or federal legislation that gets passed that might impact us. But you know, in the end, I believe all students should feel safe at school. And Kirksville has a very clear non-discrimination policy that protects all students, and that includes our transgender students. And so it's up to us to work with every student and every family. It's easy. She comes to mind immediately. It's my high school English teacher, Mrs. Reiki. Although I didn't really know that or appreciate it at the time, she pushed me a lot outside of my comfort zone to do more and more and try harder and harder things. And so that's why I didn't really appreciate that at the time. But when I got to college and was really prepared, and sort of every day and every year since, I see how much I benefited from being pushed. And I think I really model her, or try to, as a teacher myself, to push students, but also let them know that I'm sort of there on the journey with them, and that school is the place to try different things and harder things, and that, you know, making a mistake or being wrong isn't an end game, it's a starting point. And I think that's really an important part of education, and that's really what she showed and did for me. I have, a Facebook page they can check out for my campaign. I post occasionally, but really the most important thing is to get out and vote. I think it's great that we have 6 people who are willing to serve in this role, and I think we're really lucky that we have such great candidates to pick from. So whomever speaks to you, just make sure you get out there and vote for them.